Please be seated. Good afternoon and welcome. Let us pray. Creator God, we gather here this day to celebrate your goodness and presence in the midst of our life and our world. In this moment of gratitude and accomplishment, we are mindful that you are present and near to us. You call us forth on this graduation day as healthcare servants to our communities and to our world. We welcome you, God, to break open our hearts, to be truly present, and to be mindful in this graced moment of graduation to recognize and honor the interrelatedness of all things and all people who've made this day possible. Amen.
Welcome, distinguished graduates and guests. Today is a day of gratitude and celebration. We gather to celebrate one of life's most gratifying accomplishments. The struggles of this past year for these students were real, and the stories to get to this day are heartbreaking and heroic. I want to express my gratitude to those of you who supported our students in any way, from providing a shoulder to cry on, the encouragement to keep going, to get to this milestone, this day, this time in their lives. Graduates, as you can attest, a healthcare profession degree is one of the hardest degrees to get. It takes self-determination, it takes drive, and sometimes it takes prayers. However, as you will soon find out, it is also the most impactful degree that you can have and the most rewarding. As I ponder the challenges and the opportunities today, more than ever in our history, this world needs you. Graduates, like our student speaker, Jason Irlanda. Jason and all of you today, you know what it's like to not give up, to rise up to the challenges, to be flexible when things are changing daily. To accomplish what you did during a pandemic, during civil unrest, means that you're uniquely qualified to understand and help these and other problems that are yet to occur in your lifetime. As an NMC graduate, you have the skill sets to join your profession, but you also have something that we feel very strongly about, the heart set of compassion and caring, and the mindsets of hope and resilience to be outstanding in your chosen careers. We couldn't be more proud of sending this amazing group of students out to make an impact in the world. May God bless each and every one of your the graduates, and congratulations. I would now like to introduce Dr. Kylie Petersmith. She is responsible for building HeartSet at NMC and is the director of the Center for Community Engagement.
Hi. I'm Kylie Petersmith, the Director of Community Engagement, and it is my pleasure to stand up here to discuss and highlight our actions in the community these past couple months in partnership with the Corn Belt Diabetes Connection Group on our mobile diabetes unit that you would have seen outside. So when the pandemic first began, our work on the Mobile Diabetes Center was sidelined. We were forced to take a step back, evaluate our resources, and evaluate how to best serve our populations to both promote health and do what we could to address the pandemic. And it just so happened that our mission and the health department's needs aligned. Our goal was to get the community into a position where we could safely resume our services. Not only were our services paused for safety reasons, but we also saw the potential and then the very real shortage in healthcare resources and supplies. To best protect our community, we focused our efforts in the dissemination of the vaccine to the vulnerable community members we have always served: the underserved, the uninsured and underinsured, populations with poorer access to healthcare, refugee and immigrant communities, populations living with low incomes, the elderly, individuals experiencing homelessness, and marginalized community members that we were learning at the time had an increased incidence of diabetes, hypertension, and COVID-19 related complications. So on February 3rd, we shifted our work on the Mobile Diabetes Center to support Douglas County Health Department. And we started by doing what we do best, reaching out to our community partners who have that established trust and rapport with the populations they serve. By being on wheels, we were able to go directly to the community, reducing transportation barriers and barriers to access to care. And what makes what we do even better is that we operate largely by the students, faculty, staff, and volunteers, many of whom are sitting in the audience here today. Our students get to experience being an educated citizen. As a reflective individual, they gain insight from our innovative approach. Not only are they learning how to respond to a pandemic, but they're learning how to address health by going to the clients and by being in the space that clients typically live and thrive in. They see the compounding factors that affect health that fall outside of the four walls of a hospital or a clinic. And we teach them how to advocate, how to create a healthcare delivery system that overcomes barriers, reaching the most vulnerable, those that have the most limited access to healthcare. As an effective communicator, students are working with clients who may have a disability, who have different customs and traditions than their own, who speak English as a second language or don't speak English at all. In our work with Restoring Dignity, we were actually able to provide translation and interpretation services at all of our clinic sites in more than 12 different languages. And finally, as a change agent, I think this speaks for itself. We hosted more than 60 clinics with our community partners, including homeless shelters, food pantries, all 11 of the Omaha Housing Authority towers and other housing facilities in the area, 7 apartment complexes that largely house refugee and immigrant communities, the Intercultural Senior Center, the Mexican Consulate, and more. Our students and volunteers logged over 2,400 hours, and let's be honest, I stopped counting at some point there. And as of today, we have administered 2,647 vaccines. Our numbers are smaller than what you see from Douglas County Health Department. But what makes what we do even more special is that we're reaching a population that might not get vaccinated otherwise. Students, you guys literally changed and saved lives with each injection that you administered. So thank you to students, but also thank you to the Corn Belt Diabetes Connection Group. Your partnership has given us at Nebraska Methodist College a unique way to deliver the meaning of care, while providing exceptional educational experiences to students so that they may positively influence the health and well-being of our community. And now I would like to introduce Terry Sanford, a longtime leader in the fight against diabetes, and a special partner and friend of Nebraska Methodist College.
Thank you for the introduction, Kylie. Well, this is obviously a very special day for Nebraska Methodist College students who are preparing to go forward in their healthcare careers. We know they've worked and studied very hard, put in some long hours, and soon they'll get an opportunity to put their knowledge and skills into practical use. I want to offer hearty congratulations from the CDC, the Corn Belt Diabetes Connection, to each and every one of them, and we wish you great success in the years ahead. But this is also a very special day for the Corn Belt Diabetes Connection. And you've probably seen something on the program referring to this. And after looking out at this sea of faces out there, I think there's probably one burning question on most of the minds out there. Who the heck are these guys, and what are they all about? Well, allow me to give you a little background on our organization. The Corn Belt Diabetes Connection, or the CDC as we affectionately call it, had its humble beginnings in 1993. As you could probably determine from our name, our focus then, and still is now, on the insidious disease of diabetes. 28 years ago, members of the Cosmopolitan International Service Organization living here in Nebraska realized the most important first step in the fight against diabetes was, and it still is, detection. To fight diabetes, the critical first step is to determine if a person is at risk for diabetes due to elevated blood glucose levels. And after developing a game plan for their attack on diabetes, these cosmopolitans decided to carry the battle to the general public, especially those people that most likely did not have access to a healthcare provider or had information about diabetes. They would accomplish this by being proactive and traveling around to locations in Nebraska and Iowa and offer free diabetes screenings. These patients who tested high blood sugar readings would then be referred to nearby healthcare professionals. And that was the genesis of the nonprofit CDC, along with the birth of our Mobile Diabetes Center, the MDC as we call it. I hope everyone had a chance to at least take a look at that unit that was parked out there. She is a beauty. I should tell you that's our third generation of centers. Going back to 1993 for a moment, the CDC also knew another big challenge to implementing our free diabetes screening project was finding an existing healthcare entity who could provide the professional healthcare personnel that would staff our mobile clinic and administer the blood sugar screenings and do all of their work on a volunteer basis. Obviously, we found a healthcare provider who was able to meet most of our expectations, and it worked fairly well for about 17 years, but the arrangement never flourished as hoped for, and many of our goals were beyond reach. So unfortunately, our CDC organization was forced to look for another partner to furnish healthcare services we so dearly needed. If we hadn't found that partner, I would not be standing here today, and the CDC would only be remembered as a noble but failed experiment. And that is where the beginning of our partnership with Nebraska Methodist College began. NMC was aware of the CDC's diabetes screening project in 2010, and when we approached them, they were very open to discussing a possible partnership. That partnership became official in 2011 with the signing of our first contract between the CDC and Nebraska Methodist College. I should tell you that we are now on our third contract with the college. Personally speaking, as someone who has been on the CDC board for over 15 years, I can tell you that the last decade has been the golden age of the Corn Belt Diabetes Connection. Here are some of the reasons for my making this claim. Annually, we continue to make hundreds of free diabetes screenings for the general public at dozens of locations such as community centers, churches, low-income housing developments, and other locations with at-risk populations. I can tell you that we're fast approaching 60,000 free screenings that we provided. We were able to provide our blood glucose screenings to a larger geographic area in central and eastern Nebraska and western Iowa. A1C tests, which are the most accurate tests for diabetics, can be administered on the mobile unit with immediate results for the tested patients. We can provide additional health screenings for diabetes-related conditions, which are called comorbidities, such as peripheral neuropathy and loss of protective sensation, which, if left untreated, can lead to amputations. Also, tests are provided for retinopathy diseases such as glaucoma and cataracts, and using ankle brachial tests, which are a way of measuring different blood pressure readings within the body. The student nurses can measure these ratios and identify if this person is possibly at risk for arterial disease. Where appropriate, we also conduct tests for lead poisoning among children, especially children who are at risk. And that's especially concerned here in Omaha because that is an issue. On a seasonal basis, along with our diabetes testing, free flu shots are offered to at-risk populations. All patient-related test data can then be archived immediately after testing for future access as needed. I can tell you this is especially important and useful when the CDC is applying for financial grants. With all of this approved and expanding testing, we're now able to offer a higher percentage of patient on an as-needed basis to offer them a referral. Of course, the recent COVID pandemic and its related mandates required some very quick and nimble adjustments in our screening program. As Kylie mentioned, this past February, Nebraska Methodist teamed up with the Douglas County Health Department and over a period of several weeks administered hundreds of free COVID vaccinations to at-risk populations in various Omaha locations such as the Open Door Mission. Those vaccinations were given on board the mobile clinic. I would be remiss at this time if I did not point out that many of the nurses in today's graduating class volunteered to staff the mobile unit during their tenure at the college, and we thank them for their service. It was then and is still appreciated very much by the CDC and, of course, the patients that they assisted. We know from student feedback that in most cases, the experiences definitely helped prepare these nurses for their future careers. In regards to the present COVID pandemic, just recently, various health entities, such as the National Health Institute, have determined that some people who have had COVID and recovered are still at risk for experiencing long-haul symptoms. And one of the most susceptible groups of people are diabetics. So for many important reasons, The need to continue our mission of providing free testing for diabetes and care has to go on. Indeed, it must go on. I want to make one final observation about the CDC partnership with the college. When it comes time for myself and other board members to interface with Nebraska Methodist College, and I can tell you we do it quite often, the level and interest that we receive from the college is unwavering. It doesn't matter whether we're talking to the president, Deb Carlson, or working with various administrative levels at the college. Speaking for the CDC, in the fight against diabetes, we want no one else in our corner but Nebraska Methodist College. Ladies and gentlemen, I could go on at length with many other examples of why the CDC partnership with Nebraska Methodist College has been and continues to be such an amazing, productive, and life-changing experience. But my time slot is just about exhausted, so I'm going to close today by again offering best wishes to all the graduates and offering a quote from the famous cultural anthropologist Margaret Mead. "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has." Thank you.
Thank you, Kylie. Thank you, Terry, and the CDC. It's been an amazing program. It's been an amazing partnership that we've had with them, and I'm honored to have them as part of our partnership. And also I'm honored that they have just become honorary alum of Nebraska Methodist College. So we're excited to have them part of that amazing alumni that you will soon be as soon as we get on with this program, right? Okay. So I would like now to welcome Jason Aranda. He's accelerated nursing graduate to the stage, and he's going to share his student experience and reflection with all of us. Jason?
Thank you, Dr. Carlson, and everybody from the administration for being here. Good afternoon. My name is Jason, and I'm a stress eater. Oh, wait. That's for my next engagement. Dad, I love you. You did great. Wait, I love you too. Thank you. That was beautiful. Still wrong speech. Oh, here we go. Back on track. Family, friends, faculty, staff, administration, peers, and graduates. Most of you know me, and for those of you who don't, I'm Jason Orlando, and I'm one of the most blessed people to have known most of these wonderful people whom we are all here today to celebrate. For all of you who don't know me, I'm your new biggest fan, and we've only just met. For some, I was a peer, a father figure, a mentor, a brother, and/or many other nouns or adjectives I've come to be classified as over the last course of the year. I wanted to start by saying, I cannot believe we made it here to this day. There were times when it seemed so far away, and the bridge to get there was lined with brambles of thorny bushes. We would never find our way through. But here we are, and beside the occasional scratch, bruise, or maybe even a controlled hemorrhage here or there, we're no worse for the wear. Looking back on it all, and the decisions that needed to be made, got me to thinking, hard decisions are never easy, or else they would be called easy decisions. You've all chosen healthcare as your calling, be that in nursing, rad tech, PT, OT, etc. And with the opportunity to change lives. Every day will deliver a new adventure, to take control of a new encounter to beguile, a new decision to be made, and a new person that you're just meeting. So please indulge me, graduates, in one of your last clinical scenarios as students of the college. You hear the sirens wailing in the distance as they draw closer and closer. Your heart starts to beat with anticipation as you recognize the pitch of the siren as it turns the last bend before reaching you. You hear the siren stop, the doors open, and footsteps clatter to the ground and briskly make their way to the rear bay doors. Your mind races, and you feel your heartbeat in your temples, but the click of the bay doors as they open calls you back to reality. And the clicking and clacking of the stretcher as the legs are extended and the wheels hit the ground reminds you that the time is now. The rattle of the one wheel that always seems to have a slight wobble to it lets you know the stretcher belongs to fire department number 9. And with their 2 best paramedics working this evening, you know the situation cannot be good. And so your heart beats faster and faster and faster until the doors slide open and suddenly you are face to face with your new patient. What do you do now? What's the priority intervention? Are you mentally, physically, emotionally prepared and educationally astute to handle this situation and care for this new patient? Now sit and think for just a second about your next decision and how it was informed, analyzed, and executed. Making this decision to come to Nebraska Methodist College was not a decision that many of you made light of heart. Sorry. And if you did, then think back to when the moment you knew it was the right choice became the moment you knew you would change the world for the better. From the moment the doors opened day one, remember the anticipation, the angst, the sensation of a new beginning, both terrifying and exciting. A roller coaster ride, minus the 120-foot drop. You looked around to measure up your peers and thought, I am here to be the best version of myself that I can be, and there is going to be no holding me back. Perseverance and determination have been the key to success, and for making it through one of the most undisputably wild years is true testament to that. You made decisions along the way that impacted every facet of your educational experience, and I applaud you all. Throughout our time here, we've been asked, why healthcare? Why nursing? Why rad tech? Why any of the other municipalities we're here to celebrate? Answers may be different for each of you, and those answers may change, evolve, or just remain consistent every time. But the message of caring for others and making a difference is usually implied. Let me tell you a story. It was the summer of 1989, July 26th, to be exact. 2 boys, one 9, one 11, hurriedly jumped onto their bicycles. Mind you, back then, the brakes were optional. We ran, jumped on our bikes, hurried up the new gravel trail that was being built to the housing development that was going in beside one of the boys' house. Beguiled by everything that was going on, running through buildings, getting our bones scraped, of course, but we had Band-Aids, no worries. There were no cares at all. They had been on this trail and this journey quite a few times. They stayed and they played for hours and hours, fascinated by what would have been a jungle gym had it not been that it was going to be plastered up and sold to the next buyer. So they hopped back on their bikes. Mind you, the 9-year-old was a lot smaller than the 11-year-old and went fondly by the name of Pipsqueak. The 11-year-old looked behind him, the 9-year-old trembling as he tried to keep up. He said, "Come along, Pipsqueak. We got to get home before it turns dark." down the gravel hill at top speed. The 9-year-old heard something. Cars racing down what would be a country road, traveling so fast and hitting a blind corner that went straight down a hill. The 11-year-old was going to help his folks out and check the mail across the road. The bike kept going and going. The 9-year-old yelled, "Car!" The 11-year-old didn't hear. Tried to stop. Chain fell off. And the last thing the 9-year-old heard was the clatter of metal. Then the wailing of ambulance. And the 9-year-old sat. And just sat. And waited. I was going to tell a story that was completely fictional, but I was told to share something that was personal. Did that 11-year-old survive? Only you know the answer to that, based on the situation and the decisions that you made as the story unfurled. But I will tell you, in real life, that 11-year-old did not survive. And that 9-year-old boy is standing in front of you now, delivering this speech. I didn't know CPR. I was terrified and frightened. But I knew that day that I was going to take care of others and give every single one a fighting chance. For every one of us, a story just as culminating as that, or more simplistic, has brought us to this point. Unrelenting work, a belly-burning desire, and the willpower to see it through brought us to this day. But just as the would-have-been cliffhanger of the previous tale shows, don't put down the pencil and paper just yet. But in fact, upgrade to a journal and some bottomless ink. For your life story is still only at the preface, and the first chapter is about to start being written. Now, as we come to a close on our time here as students and embark on our new employments as novice healthcare professionals, remember, every siren that wails, every stretcher that clacks, every admission that comes, and every patient or client that you encounter will be an opportunity to make a difference. Congratulations, class of 2021, and always remember that never before in the history of time will anything be more important than the decisions you make in that very moment. I wish you all the very best of luck, and feel free to let me know when your audio book of your healthcare journey drops, and I'll be the first in line to purchase it. Thank you.
I wonder how many times Jason and I talked about this day. Quite a bit, right? It's here. Welcome. Good afternoon. Esteemed colleagues, President Carlson and Board Member Ed Finan, today we will confer the following degrees: Bachelor of Science in Diagnostic Medical Sonography Multispecialty, Bachelor of Science, Healthcare Administration and Leadership, Bachelor of Science, Imaging Sciences, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Bachelor of Science in Respiratory Care, Associate of Science in Diagnostic Medical Sonography Cardiovascular, Associate of Science in Health Studies, Associate of Science in Radiologic Technology, and Certificate in Medical Assistant. We've been busy. Each student presented has successfully completed all academic and college requirements and thus is eligible for conferral of a degree from Nebraska Methodist College. Candidates, please stand. I present to you the graduating class of July 2021.
As president of Nebraska Methodist College, and by the powers vested in me by Nebraska Methodist College Board of Directors, Methodist Health System, and our college charter with the state of Nebraska and all accrediting agencies, I officially confer the appropriate degrees upon these candidates.
Candidates, please. We'll clap for you one more time. Candidates, please assemble for the presentation of diplomas. More than classes, credit hours, and clinicals, Nebraska Methodist College prepares a graduate for what's next in his or her career and in his or her life. We teach the meaning of care. The goal of the college is for graduates to be equipped to influence the health and well-being of their communities. An NMC graduate is an educated citizen who is a competent practitioner, a reflective individual, an effective communicator, and a change agent who responds productively to the complex dynamics of the world and who utilizes diverse disciplines and perspectives. Since 1891, Nebraska Methodist College has prepared people to lead lives of significance. Please hold your applause until the personal statement is read for each of the graduates. Let us begin. The following 4 students have achieved a Bachelor of Science in Diagnostic Medical Sonography Multispecialty and participated in the May 2021 graduation, but we will read their names today. They were Kylie Colane, Miriam Dreesen, Olivia Neff, and Taylor Reed. The following students have obtained a Bachelor of Science, Healthcare Administration, and Leadership. In absentia is Shannon Lang. Julianne Rather, summa cum laude.
Thank you, Nebraska Methodist College and Professor Sindelar, who encouraged me to be my best. To my family, thank you for loving me. To my husband, I could not have done this without you. I love you.
Lauren Rowe.
Quote, every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. End quote, Harriet Tubman.
The following students have obtained a Bachelor of Science in Imaging Sciences. In absentia, Casey Havenridge. James McMillan.
Thank you to my family, friends, and professors for all the opportunities throughout my formal college education. Without their guidance and support, I would not have made it. Cheers to the class of 2021.
Anna Rigatuso.
I can't imagine where to begin in giving thanks to my family, friends, and boyfriend for their love and support during my time at NMC. Thank you to NMC for the opportunities and the memories. As always, rad to the bone.
As James walks across, I want to acknowledge that he obtained a magna cum laude, and Anna also achieved a cum laude, so congratulations to them. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, in absentia, Diana Acuna. Shannon Olam, magna cum laude.
I would like to thank my family and friends for supporting me along this journey. A special thank you goes to my wonderful husband, Nick, who encouraged and believed in me every step of the way.
Hannah Barks, magna cum laude, Educated Citizen Honor Society, and Portfolio of Distinction.
To my parents, thank you for believing that I could do this even when I didn't. I couldn't have done it without your endless support and encouragement.
John Berrigan, summa cum laude.
Thank you, family, for all of your support. I could not have done this without you. I love you.
Shannon Blyle, magna cum laude.
I am proud to follow in the footsteps of my sister, mom, and grandmother into the nursing profession. Thank you to my family, friends, and especially my husband for supporting me. Congrats to the ACE students. We did it.
Kelsey Bradley, summa cum laude.
I would like to say thank you to my family, especially my husband, and my closest friends for your continual support and for always believing in me. It has meant more to me than words can ever express.
Rebecca Brasher, magna cum laude, Educated Citizen Honor Society, and Portfolio of Distinction.
Thank you, Mom, Dad, JJ, Grams, and all of my other family and friends. I am here today because of your never-ending love and support. I love you all. I did it.
Tatoya Broadway.
Quote, "My mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive, and to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style." End quote, Dr. Maya Angelou. Philippians 4:13, grateful.
Kaylee Brunner, summa cum laude.
Thank you to my friends and family for all of your support. A huge thank you to Ethan for your belief in me and your constant encouragement. I could not have made it without all of your support.
Brandon Canelia, magna cum laude.
No matter where life takes me, find me with a smile.
Catherine Caskey, cum laude.
I want to thank my family and especially my parents for helping and supporting me throughout this program. I also want to thank Kaylee, Mallory, and Chris. I wouldn't have made it without you guys. We did it.
Emily Chapman, magna cum laude.
I would like to thank my feet and legs for always supporting me, and my arms for always being at my side. Finally, I would like to thank Google and the inventors of copy and paste. Thank you very much, NMC. We did it, guys.
Laura Christensen, summa cum laude, Educated Citizen Honor Society, and Portfolio of Distinction.
Thank you to my husband for believing in me and supporting me through this journey. Also, thank you to my kids for dealing with a mom who was basically always doing homework.
Christopher Cole, cum laude.
Thank you to my wife, Chelsea, for being my rock throughout this program. I could not have done this without you. Thank you to my family and friends for their support. Shout out to Nurse Sarah. Wu-Tang.
Denise Collins, magna cum laude.
Thanks to my parents for raising someone who believes she can do anything and for supporting my choices. Thanks to my kids and siblings for their help and support. Methodist, you rock. I will be back for D&P school.
Megan Duden, magna cum laude.
If something does not challenge you, it does not change you. Thank you for my parents for pushing me to succeed, and thank you to my family and friends for supporting me. We did it.
Kensley Gailey.
Work hard in silence and let your success be the noise. Enjoy this moment. Thank you to my family, friends, and a special thank you to my husband for his endless support. Congratulations, everybody. We made it.
The following student is in absentia and achieved a magna cum laude status, Anna Gill. Madison Gilmartin, Educated Citizen Honor Society and Portfolio of Distinction.
Thank you to all of my family and friends for supporting me through this last year. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you all. Thank you.
Laura Glendenning, magna cum laude.
There are many people who have helped me reach this goal today, but the story is God is powerful, all glory and praise to Him. I wouldn't be receiving my diploma today if it were not for Him.
Casey Gorton.
Life's a garden. Dig it.
Amanda Hartquest, magna cum laude.
I would like to thank my family and friends for supporting me along this journey. A special thank you goes to my wonderful husband, Mike, who encouraged and believed in me every step of the way.
Tyler Headland, magna cum laude.
I would like to thank Nebraska Methodist College and staff for the support and guidance throughout this program. I'm more than ready to begin my career in nursing.
Kyla Helwig.
I owe my biggest thank you to my mom, Cheryl, my sister, Haley, and Pete. I will forever appreciate all of your love and support you've given me and everything you've done to help make this possible.
Trevor Hilger, magna cum laude.
Thank you to all my friends and family that believed in me.
Ronald Haft, cum laude.
Thank you to Noel and Tallulah for their love and support. NMC, Mimi, and Pops, Kate Malmberg, my parents and study buddies, I would not be here without you.
Haley Huff.
I would like to thank my family and friends for all of their support during this program. I couldn't have done it without you.
Andrea Huber, magna cum laude.
Thank you to my parents for their support and encouragement throughout this program. And thank you to all of my classmates and instructors. I could not have done this without you.
Mallory Hughes, magna cum laude.
I would like to thank my family, friends, study group, and fellow classmates for their endless support and encouragement throughout this rigorous program. I could not have done it without all of you. Thank you.
Vanessa Humphrey, magna cum laude.
Thank you to my amazing family and friends for all of your support this past year. I'm so grateful for the wonderful friends I've met during this journey and wouldn't have been able to do it without you all.
Jason Erlanda, magna cum laude, Educated Citizen Honor Society, Portfolio of Distinction.
To the NMC community, thanks for the support and giant pushes when I needed them. To my peers, thanks for joining me on this wild adventure. To my family, thanks for sticking by me. This is all for all of you.
Following student is in absentia, Abigail Johnson. Carly Kohler, cum laude.
Thanks to my friends and family for your belief in me and all your support over this chaotic year. We are whole nurses now, and we did the dang thing.
Sarah Cramp, cum laude.
I would like to say thank you to my husband, family, and friends for all of your love and support throughout the past year. I would not have made it through this program without you.
Daniel Lupai.
I would like to thank NMC for providing the best learning experiences I've ever had. The instructors are incredibly gifted and dedicated. Because of them, I feel confident in the nurse I will become.
Kelly Lebaugh, cum laude. Cum laude.
I would like to recognize my husband and best friend for being my biggest cheerleaders throughout this program. Also, a big thank you to all of my family, friends, and classmates for your support. I did it.
Kaylee Linehan.
Quote, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." End quote. Thank you to the friends and family who believed in me.
Brenna Long, magna cum laude, Educated Citizen Honor Society, Portfolio of Distinction.
Thank you to my friends and family for your continued support and belief in me.
Josephine Madsen.
Thank you to all of my friends and family for being my support system throughout this journey. I am grateful for the amazing people this program brought into my life. I couldn't have done it without any of you.
Summerlin McClure, magna cum laude.
Buddha said, quote, "Each morning we are born again. It is what we do today that matters the most." End quote. What matters today is that we made it. Congrats, 8th grads. Let's all go and do great things.
Alexis Mitilner, cum laude.
Thank you to my family and friends for supporting me, Caitlin Scow for challenging me, and my ACE peers for suffering alongside me. Finally, I'm beyond excited to announce that I will soon be taking a huge nap.
The following 3 students are in absentia: Samila Musini, Colin Moore, Jamie Morant. Dine Usman, cum laude.
I want to thank my family back in Illinois for your love and support. Thank you, my husband and my 2-year-old son. I wouldn't be where I am today without both of you. I did it, and I am an ACE survivor.
Stephanie Perez.
I would like to thank my parents, my siblings, my niece, and my nephews for supporting me. Also, a huge thank you to all of my teachers.
Kristen Peterson, magna cum laude.
Thank you to my instructors, friends, and family for all of your support this last year.
Camille Quinn, magna cum laude.
Life has no script. Pursue your passions, celebrate your fumbles, and never stop facing your fears. Sincerest thanks to my favorite people. Without you, I'd be lost. I love you all. Now, on to the next adventure.
Amanda Reed, Educated Citizen Honor Society, Portfolio of Distinction.
Quote, promise me you'll always remember. You're braver than you believe, and stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. End quote, A.A. Milne.
Jeanette Rose, magna cum laude.
Quote, where your talents and the needs of the world cross, there lies your vocation. End quote, Aristotle. Thank you to my friends and family who have helped me reach mine.
Marissa Rose.
Quote, it always seems impossible until it's done. End quote, Nelson Mandela.
Anjanette Bressert, cum laude.
I would like to thank my family and friends, especially my parents, for supporting me during this time. If it were not for you guys, I would not be who I am today without you guys.
Bailey Schrack, cum laude.
Thank you to my family, Jared, and Iced Coffee for supporting and loving me throughout this wild year. I couldn't have done it without you. Yeah, we did it!
Courtney Schuster, cum laude, Educated Citizen Honor Society, Portfolio of Distinction.
What lies behind us and what lies before us are small matters compared to what lies within us. Remember why you started. Thanks to my family, friends, and Sunday study pals for always encouraging me to succeed.
Samantha Schuler.
I wouldn't have been able to do this without the support from my friends and family. Thank you to the NMC faculty who've helped me along my journey. I can't believe how fast this went, but I am ready to become an RN.
Tricia Simonson, cum laude, Educated Citizen Honor Society, Portfolio of Distinction.
Thank you to my friends and family for your belief in me, and thank you to those classmates who became family. I could not have done it without you and your constant encouragement and support.
Ian Sloan, cum laude.
Thank you to all my friends and family for supporting me during this program and helping me every step of the way.
Cami Smith, cum laude.
Thank you to my friends and family for all of their support. I could not have done it without you.
Jordan Stickney, magna cum laude.
I would like to thank my family and friends for supporting and believing in me.
Caitlin Stocking, magna cum laude.
I would like to thank the Nebraska Methodist College community for supporting me. Thank you to my friends and family for your belief in me. I did it.
Madeline Taylor, cum laude.
I would like to thank the Nebraska Methodist College community for supporting me.
Madison Unziker, cum laude.
Quote, "It's not about what you have and haven't accomplished. It's about what you've done with those accomplishments. It's about what you've given back. It's about who you've touched and made better along the way." End quote.
Madeline Bogle, cum laude.
Thank you to my mom for inspiring me to become a nurse. I would have never been there without you. Thank you to my friends and family for supporting me to chase my ambitions and challenging myself to grow.
Brett Walka, magna cum laude.
Thank you to all my family and friends for supporting me and being my inspiration through the entire program. I couldn't have done it without all of you.
The following student has earned a Bachelor of Science in Respiratory Care. Nicole Minardi in absentia. The following students have earned an Associate of Science in Diagnostic Medical Sonography, Cardiovascular. Lindsay Barnes, distinction.
It's a beautiful thing when a career and a passion come together. Trust in your craft enough to admire it, study it, perfect it, breathe it. Never stop getting better at whatever it is that you do.
Jay Christensen, highest distinction.
Don't expect to be motivated every day to get out there and make things happen. You won't be. Don't count on motivation. Count on discipline and habits.
Riley Hole, distinction.
Thank you to my family for always believing in me, my teachers for pushing me to do my best, and my classmates for always having my back during the program.
Jody Holloway, highest distinction.
I would like to thank my teachers and classmates at Nebraska Methodist College, my clinical preceptors at Faith Regional Hospital in Norfolk, and my family and friends who supported me on my journey.
Callista Schroeder, distinction.
I want to thank my professors and classmates who helped me succeed. A huge thank you to my family who have been supporting me from day one. I am excited about what's to come.
Jennifer Thompson, highest distinction.
I would like to thank my family and friends for their consistent encouragement, sacrifice, and support throughout this journey. You helped me make this moment possible, and I'm forever thankful for each of you.
Gina Thompson, highest distinction.
I would like to thank my family for supporting me, my professors for their confidence in me, and my classmates for always having my back.
The following student earned an Associate of Science in Health Studies and is in absentia today. Mackenzie Hemerick. The following students have earned an Associate of Science Radiologic Technology degree. Braylee Buck, highest distinction.
Thank you to my friends and family for supporting and believing in me. I finally made it.
Courtney Christie.
Thank you to my family and friends who have supported me through everything. I couldn't have done it without you.
Summer Clausen, highest distinction.
I would like to give a special thank you to everyone who supported me along this journey, especially my family and friends. You had faith in me even during the times when I didn't. I made it.
Courtney Davis Morelia, distinction.
Quote, make a plan, set a goal, work toward it, but every now and then, look around, drink it in. End quote, Meredith Gray. Thank you to those near and far who have supported me through this journey.
The following student is in absentia, Brooke Evans. Morgan Evans, distinction.
I would like to thank my family and friends for always supporting me and babysitting so I could get this degree.
Catherine Hernandez Mayorga, honorable mention.
Thank you to my friends and family for pushing me towards this moment. I am grateful for every person that has helped me along the way.
Elizabeth Hugo, honorable mention.
I would like to thank my parents for their support and sacrifices that they made so that I could have a good education. To my fiance, Evan, thank you for encouraging me and helping me achieve my dreams. I finally did it.
Kayla Lahan, distinction.
I would like to thank my mom, Jill, Ron, Gwen, Dennis, and Joey for all the love and support. I wouldn't be where I am today without you guys, and I can't thank you enough. I did it!
Charlene Marsh, highest distinction.
Quote, take pride in how far you've come, have faith in how far you can go, but don't forget to enjoy the journey. End quote. Thank you to everyone who supported me along the way. I couldn't have done it without you.
Allison Miller.
Thank you to my family who believed in me and got me to where I am today.
Allison Miller graduated with distinction. Thanks. Emma Neely, honorable mention.
Thank you to my family and professors for always supporting me.
Jacqueline Powers, distinction.
I would like to thank my family and my fiance Tyler for their never-ending support. I wouldn't have gotten to where I am today without all of you. And to my classmates, stay rad.
Bailey Quick, distinction.
Thank you to my family and friends for helping and supporting me through this journey. I couldn't have done it without all of you. I love all of you.
Ashley Stewart, honorable mention.
I want to thank my mom for always being by my side and believing in me, even when I did not always believe in myself. I will always cherish your unconditional love and support. Dad would be so proud of you.
Thomas Cecil Jr., honorable mention.
Thank you to my friends and family for your belief in me.
Jessica Valora, highest distinction.
Thank you to everyone who supported me up to this point. I am so incredibly grateful.
Haley Woltemath, distinction.
I would like to thank my parents for instilling in me that nothing good comes easy. To Sierra, without your love and support, I would not be walking across this stage. I couldn't have done it without you.
Marcia Franklin, will you please come up here? This next group of 3 folks represent our last class in the medical assistant program, and this woman standing next to me has run that program gracefully and strongly for several years. So, 21 years. So Marcia will be continuing with us at Nebraska Methodist College, but this is the last class of medical assistants. Please give Marcia Franklin a round of applause. She's gonna be so mad at me that I just did that. Sydney Mattia, distinction.
Thank you to my friends, family, and most of all, the teachers I've had during this program. Without you guys' support, this wouldn't be possible.
Meadow Matson.
Thank you to my friends and family for believing in me. I finally did it.
Lindsay Nelson, highest distinction.
Thank you to my friends, family, and teachers for believing in me. I couldn't do it without you.
As we honor our graduates today, I am also pleased to introduce our newest member of our inaugural class of a distinguished educator at NMC. Karen Bellows, will you please come forward and stand by Dr. President Carlson, also a doctor. The faculty members obtaining this honor will be presented with the Distinguished Educator Cord, symbolizing the aspects of pedagogy, technology, and content knowledge, as well as mastery. The colors represented on the cords, consisting of blue, silver, and gold, represent these areas and identify that a distinguished educator has mastered the balance of all 3 areas to create a powerful learning environment. Karen Bellows is an instructor and our clinical coordinator in the Radiologic Technology program. Congratulations. Graduates, please stand. You are now Nebraska Methodist College alumni, healthcare professionals throughout the world, connected by the passion to care for others and connected by a quality education allowing you to be an engaged citizen of your community. We are very proud of you. We know that you are uniquely prepared to make a meaningful impact on the lives of others. Now, if you would please move your tassel from the right to the left, indicating that you are now an official member of the July 2021 graduating class. Congratulations, graduates.
Congratulations. I would invite everyone to stand, and if you feel comfortable, to extend a hand of blessing over our graduates. Gracious and caring God, source of light, joy, and hope, we ask that your caring hand be upon these graduates as we send them forth. May their hands be an extension of your caring hand, providing nurture and guidance to others. May their voices be ones that courageously speak up and advocate for justice in care for others. May their laughter lift others from those places of loneliness, sadness, or lack of hope, and their shared tears be a comfort to those they sit with in their sorrow. May their human presence reflect your deep goodness, O God, a gift to all those who encounter them. Inspired on this day, we send them forth as graduates of Nebraska Methodist College to enrich the health and well-being of our community and our world. And in your name we pray. Amen.